welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about double runs. I myself am getting ready to do my first run of 2 today. So I had my granola and now I'm just finishing my coffee, much needed coffee. Since this is my first training cycle doing double runs, I thought this would be a good idea to talk about what double runs are, as well what do they do and why do they help and who are they for. But before that, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a video. So let's talk about double runs. Even if you're new to running, you've probably heard about double run days or doubles. When you think of double runs, you kind of think of the professional runners, but double runs can be used by a lot of runners, not just professional ones, and I'm going to talk about later in the video who could benefit the most from possibly doing double runs. To go over the basics, a double run is when you run twice in one day. Typically once in the morning, once in the late afternoon, or early evening. So cool, you run twice in one day. What does that actually do? One of the main reasons for adding a second run into your day, and there's many, but this is one of the main reasons, is that when you add a second run to your day, you're putting your body in a glycogen depleted state. This enhances adaptations, which is critical for marathon training especially. Studies have shown that running in a depleted state can boost your metabolism, train the body to use glycogen more efficiently, and can stimulate mitochondria production. And the more mitochondria you have, the more it delays your fatigue. As well, your glycogen content, fat oxidation, and enzyme activity increases when you add a second run into your day. In moderation, when you add a second run, in theory, it will make you fitter faster. So now we know what they do to your body. Why are they helpful? Like, that's great, all those things, but there has to be more. I've always heard and read, and I believe more myself now, is the more you run, the better you get at running. Double runs can be helpful, especially when you're slowly adding mileage, is that it breaks up these like huge daunting runs into 2 more manageable kind of runs. Like for me, if I saw I had to do a 22-kilometer run like Monday, Tuesday, I probably would be like a little scared, but I can deal with 13, 8, or just breaking it up kind of not halfway, but just breaking it up makes it more doable, and for me at least. I know a lot of runners can do it all in one go and that's amazing, but just everyone's different, and for me I've been finding breaking up the runs really helpful. Since one of the reasons of doing a recovery run or easy run is to promote recovery, running twice a day increases the frequency of blood, oxygen, and nutrients going to your muscles, which then will help with more recovery. As I mentioned before, it breaks it up into more manageable pieces, your mileage I mean, so if you have a job and you can't run 22 before your work, like I can't, or unless I get up super early, which I couldn't do right now, I'm just too tired, but you just can break it up before or after work. However, I am not suggesting breaking up your long run on the weekend, as that has a whole huge benefits to it, and this is more just the mileage during the week, not the long run. A few more benefits of doing double runs, or why they help, is that when you do runs closer together, it forces your body to recover faster. For me, a double run day consists more of 2 runs that are 30 to 40 minutes plus. I feel like 2 kilometers or less, you just get going and then you're stopping, and I don't know how much benefit myself personally I would get from just 2 kilometers and then stopping. So anyways, for my purposes of today, I'm talking about if you do 2 runs 30 to 40 minutes plus on each kind of double run, or each run of your double run day. Wow, this is like a mouthful. For example, if you do 2 40-minute runs in one day, you're getting even more, like double the growth hormone from doing these runs. I've read that the growth hormone peaks at around 40 minutes of your run, and this growth hormone helps repair and restore muscles. And by doing 2 runs, your metabolism gets even faster, or I don't know, I'm just hungry all the time, and you need to fuel properly for your second run, so I just am eating a lot, which is not a bad thing, especially in peak training, but I have noticed a definite shift in my metabolism for sure. I just find the second run is really good mentally as well as physically, as it kind of flushes out the legs and just gets your body moving, and again adds those kilometers that you need, especially if you're trying to incorporate more into your weekly schedule. It's just about the time on your legs. Like, it's really good just to get out there, and again, you may not feel like doing it, but there are benefits of doing a second run. And I've noticed it in myself just the past, I guess, 3 weeks, or yeah, 3 weeks I've been doing double runs, and this week I've done, or today would be the third day of double runs, as this is the peak week. And so far I've been handling it okay, which I just have never done this much mileage before, and it's been a really cool experiment, and I've been enjoying the second run. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes by the end I'm ready to be done, but I think it's been really beneficial for myself. Great, double runs are super beneficial, but there are a few downsides. While double runs do promote enhanced recovery, it also makes you more tired, obviously. If your fitness is not at a level to handle the added mileage, you might actually be putting more stress and hampering your recovery rather than promoting recovery with doing a double run. As I mentioned, the second run can be really hard to do. It's just the motivation, just gotta get those shoes on, get out the door, can be quite tough, especially if you're tired from your first run and life things during the day, so motivation. Running twice a day is a great way to build fitness, but it also can increase your risk for injury as you're tired and you're running on tired legs and things can happen. To avoid the injury though, you definitely need to assess personally your own fitness and talk to your coach and see if you're ready to jump to double run. So always just make sure that you're ready, or just talk to, again, your coach. Double runs are just time consuming as well, because you have to do your pre-run activations and then your cool down after your run, and then you have to eat in between, and then you have to do it again for the second run, and just adds a lot of things to your day. And especially if you're not a professional runner, which I am not, you have other kind of life things going on in your day. You just don't have the day to just run, which would be awesome, but anyway, so it just takes up a lot of time. Who could benefit the most from double runs? First though, I'm going to say people who are running under 80 kilometers a week, I'm not sure how many miles, I'll put it up there, but people who are running under that probably shouldn't incorporate a double run, as it could increase their mileage too soon, too quickly, and run the risk of getting injured. Generally, doubles will benefit a runner who's, experienced and has a good aerobic base, who needs to or wants to kind of boost their mileage, and doubles are one of the best ways to increase mileage. Also, when your mileage is high and it's difficult to add to the length of run during the week, the most logical thing is to add a second run. Again, you know your body and you know if you can handle the higher mileage, and if not, then it's okay not to do double runs. Everyone's body's different, and just for me, I wanted to try adding more mileage just to see how my body reacted, and so far so good, so I'm very happy that I did that. But again, it's okay if you don't do double runs. That does not make any difference. It's just for me, or just personally, some people do really well with higher mileage, some people don't, and that's okay. Again, everyone is different. There's a few ways to incorporate double runs in your week rather than just adding a second run willy-nilly during your weekly training plan. So when you're thinking about adding a double run to your week, think about how you want to really, for double runs, is promote recovery. There's different thoughts of where to add the double run. Some people like to do it before a workout, so it kind of just gets their legs and body ready for their workout later in the day. Some people do it after the workout, so then it kind of flushes out the legs from that hard workout. And then others, like myself, do it on easier runs just to kind of just add the mileage. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. So you can talk to your coach, or think about, adding one to your recovery day, or if you do your workout in the morning, then maybe think about doing it after your workout. For me, I don't know, I have to try this, but I feel like if I do a run before my workout, that it might make me tired for the workout later on. But again, I have to do some trial and error. But for now, I'm just doing it on the easier days. When you do double runs and then do workouts as well, you kind of have to dig a little deeper and use muscle fibers that you're not used to using, because you're just at such a fatigued level that you just have to keep pushing. And I had a workout last night and it was hard. My legs were tired, but yet I was still able to, successfully get through the workout, hitting my paces, which I was really happy about. But I definitely had to dig a little deeper because of just all the mileage I've been doing already this week before the workout. If you're just starting to do double runs, I would suggest just doing one in the week, and then maybe the next week do one more, and then maybe by the third one you can add a second double run. Again, it all depends on the mileage or kilometers that you're trying to achieve in your week. I will say though, I would not do too hard efforts on one day. I would not do a workout in the morning, one in the evening because that's just too much stress on your body, and I don't know, I would get injured from doing that. And I would hate for you to get injured because of that. It's really important that you're fueling between your runs, and especially just planning out the timing of when you're going to eat. For example, I can't eat too close to my run because then I will feel a little ill on my run, and I've trial and error. I the other day ate definitely too close and definitely the wrong food before my second run, and I didn't feel the greatest when I was on my run. Again, it's all a learning process, but just make sure that you're fueling because your body needs the fuel for energy, and if you don't eat or fuel properly, then you're not gonna feel very good or be able to successfully execute your second run. I would definitely suggest having at least 4 to 6 hours between your 2 runs just to give your body the chance to kind of recover a little bit before you go back outside and put a little more stress on your body. There's not as much benefit when you run your 2 runs close together, so try to space them out a little bit. Not too crazy, but just space them out a little bit more. Double runs is such a great way of just adding kilometers and just, you know, taking your training to the next step, but you also have to be prepared for everything that it entails. For example, you have to do more laundry, you have to eat more, and it just takes up a lot more of your time. For me, I often do my second run when I'm coming back from work, so if you can kind of work it out that way if you're commuting, then that's an easy way to incorporate your double run. Again, it just takes a little bit of extra planning, but if you're in a place in your training to add doubles, again, I've been having a lot of fun most days, and I really am happy that I started doing double runs, so talk to your coach, see if it's something that you can do, or if not, then I hope you enjoyed this video about double runs and just kind of sees what go into doing 2 runs in one day. And I'm gonna go do my activations and get ready for my first of 2 runs today, and I will talk to you later, and happy running.